Take us through the fight. What went down tonight? How do you feel your performance went, and how excited are you to get the big victory?
Yeah, so I won a 30-26 unanimous decision over Zhang. I have mixed emotion about the victory. Anytime that I don't get a finish now in my career, there's a little part of me that's feels like not fulfilled in the fight. I always want to get in there and get a finish, but I have to give it to Zhang. He is an extremely tough competitor. He's not somebody that folds up easily. I had him in some bad spots against the cage where he kind of knew that it was the end of the ropes. He probably wasn't going to get the win, but he just wouldn't break. He wouldn't quit. He kept trying to move. He kept trying to escape out and kind of take my back when I had him on top. And oddly enough, it sounds funny, but another opponent's, when they sweat like quite a bit, it can really cause problems for a grappler in the cage. And he was one of those guys where just naturally, when he gets going in the cage, he breaks a sweat where it's hard to keep him in any kind of position. You have to really use like a leg to secure him. There was a lot of times where if I was facing a different opponent, I would have went for a submission kind of immediately. But you could get kind of a feel as a grappler that this doesn't feel right. He's going to slip this submission attempt, and I'm going to be in a bad position. So it really kind of limited my ability to sit a guillotine choke or to maybe go for something a little bit more unconventional, try to choke him from the far side with a leg in. I had to kind of just hold the position, try to strike, try to break his will, and he didn't want to break in that regard. I got to give him credit for being tough there. So
we did see the point deduction for low blows.
Yeah.
What happened there?
You know, he and I have a little bit of a language barrier, and I don't know what he was getting at with those. Every time he spun me on the cage, it seemed like maybe he would land one knee that was clean, and then the next one was going right to the groin. If I had him on the cage, something that they didn't address, he kept hitting me and punching me in the back of the head. And I'm kind of saying to him, hey, come on, man, come on. Every time we break, he's tapping my hand, tapping my glove like he's sorry, and then he comes back in, he's nailing me right away again. So after a little while, I was like, I'm not touching gloves with you anymore, man. Every time I come back in, you're either hitting me low or you're striking me in the back of the head. So I don't want to call him a dirty fighter or anything like that. It could be just, he's trying hard and the positionings are awkward. So I don't want to say he was intentionally trying to hit me in the back of the head or the groin shots, but they were just way too consistent. It was breaking my flow. It was hard to really get going because constantly we were stopping because of that. So it really made for a little bit of an awkward fight.
It seems like the fighters basically you should cheat until the ref tells you do it again and we'll take a point, because you're taking such an advantage from it. And even though all the fighters know the rules beforehand,
yeah,
that you might as well cheat until you're given a last warning.
Yeah, I mean, I had my corner tell me after the fact as well that he might have grabbed the cage a couple times when I was going for takedowns. So he hit like the triple whammy. He went with the cage grabs, he went with the knees low, and he was hitting me in the back of the head. And he was mad that he got a point deducted. And like you said, it seems sometimes almost as if they do take that approach, like, hey, I'm going to give this guy one good shot, see if it changes the flow of the fight. I'll take my warning, and then I'll try to move on from there. That's not the way I go about my business, but hey, you can't, like you said, it's within the structure of the rules, so you can't really fight that type of thing.
What's next for you now? You got the big victory. Where do you go from here?
Heal up. Actually, to tell you guys the truth, I'm one of 4 brothers. So my youngest brother, Bradley, is a senior in high school now. Myself, I'm the oldest. My 2 younger brothers, Lance and Kyle, we're all New York State wrestling champions from where I come from, home on Long Island. Bradley, he's a senior this year, and he's pursuing that same thing. There's never been 4 brothers in New York who've all won New York State titles. So as I heal up, recover from this one, he has his state tournament coming up the 3rd week of February. So I want to be kind of an integral part of trying to help him. He's got a tough road ahead, do his best he can, try to achieve his goals, win that state title. I'm going to keep working hard, keep my head down, just keep trying to improve every single day, and try to get another fight lined up. I want it to be a busy 2015. want to keep trying to win and get in there as often as possible. So.